Welcome back. For us in Wisconsin, the sunniest months are right in front of us. And while we welcome the warmer weather, we still need to be cautious about the sun.
Yes, we do. May is Skin Cancer Awareness Month, and Dr. Deborah Manjoney is here from the Wisconsin Vein Center and MediSpa. She's going to help us bust some of the myths about sunscreen and UV exposure. Right. And it's incredible how little we know.
well, it is. And things are changing all the time about labeling. And so there are things we have to be aware of on the sunscreen labels, but also there are just some things we have to know about sun protection in general.
Yes. And it's generational too. I think like we, in our generation, was like, oh, we had no idea how harmful sun could be.
Right.
Now I think people think the higher the SPF, the better the coverage.
Safer.
Is that true?
Well, it's true to a point. I mean, as long as you have an SPF of at least 30, you're going to have about 96, 97% protection.
Okay.
But when you go to a 50 or a 50 plus, now they are only doing 50 plus is what the FDA has said they should do. That gives you another 2% coverage. But what it means is, yes, you can be out in the sun a little bit longer, but really what it's meaning is you just have a little bit better sun protection, and you want to look for broad spectrum, so it's UVA, UVB.
Okay.
Those are important things.
So we're going to break down all these myths. That was myth number one, is the higher the SPF, the
right,
longer
it doesn't
the protection.
really mean you can stay out that much longer, but because you should always still reapply every 90 minutes to every 2 hours.
No matter what the level of SPF.
No matter what the level.
Okay.
But you need at least a 30 to have adequate protection.
Gotcha. Myth number two, blocking UVB rays, which cause sunburn, makes you safe.
It's not enough. I mean, that's going to help prevent melanoma and skin cancers, but UVA goes deeper. So UVA, which is a longer wavelength, the ultraviolets aren't the wavelengths we see. You know, we don't see anything until about 400 to 700 on the spectrum, and the UV lights are about 215 to 400, around that range. So the UVAs are actually a little longer than UVBs. The UVB gets your epidermis, and it causes the pigment and causes sunburn and tanning. But UVA goes deeper into the dermis, and so you can actually get a lot of damage in there. And that's destroying collagen, it's causing wrinkles, it's causing, you know, premature aging.
Yeah, so, and that's where you're talking about that broad spectrum.
That's right.
Both the
broad
A and the
spectrum
B.
means it's going to cover both UVA and UVB.
Okay.
It's funny because you think when you have color, you're looking healthy, but the truth is even a tan is like damage to your skin.
That's right. In truth, a tan can be a scar. You can look at it that way, that a tan is your body responding to an irritant, and it's a scar. So it's a temporary scar now, but it's a cumulative effect.
Yeah.
And so as we age and the more sun exposure we have, the more damage we're doing to our skin and the more scarring we are having, and it can be then become skin cancer.
It's amazing when you look in those light things. Have you ever looked in one of those light boxes?
Yes,
I know you have,
the
obviously,
woods
where
lamps.
it like shows all the damage and you think you look so good and you don't. You don't. You got a lot of damage.
There's a lot of damage.
Myth number three, sunscreen is all you need.
No, you know, people forget about their lips. They need to have a lip balm with an SPF in it. They should be wearing hats to protect their heads and to protect their faces better. Long sleeve shirts, you know, with SPF in it if you're going to be out hiking or doing anything outside for a really long time. So clothing that's got SPF built into it, or UPF, which they call ultraviolet protection factor, and you should be wearing hats and lip balm with SPF in it.
And remember your ears.
Your ears. Who hasn't burnt their ears?
Right all the areas, or the tops of your feet.
Yes.
When kids lay out in the sun, they forget to put it on their feet.
All right,
and that hurts.
There's myth number four, vitamin A should not be in a sun protection formula.
Because people think Retin-A is dangerous, or it's not dangerous, but it's irritating to the skin, and so it's going to make your skin more likely to be sunburned. But in reality, if it's already in the sunscreen, it's a chemical formula that's going to be perfectly safe.
Okay.
So it's a palmitil, retinol, or something like that. Those are safe, so you don't have to worry about that. But if you are on a Retin-A product, otherwise, definitely protect your skin and reapply that sunscreen even more often, because Retin-A alone, if you're using it for wrinkle protection or for acne treatment, you need to make sure you're protecting your skin from the sun.
We said number five, and that's that a tan makes you look healthy. It does not. I like that whole analogy. It's a scar.
Yeah, you have to look
essence,
at it like that.
You know, myth number six, indoor tanning booths are a safer way to get tan. I mean, does anybody still believe this?
Well, I hope not, because
I hope not too.
The dermatology research has now shown that 10 visits to a tanning booth definitely increases your risk for melanoma, the most serious form of skin cancer.
And you know, that was my last guilty pleasure. It really was. And then you learn these things, and and things happen too that scare you. So, so then the last myth on here, myth 7, is both chemical and physical blockers are needed to provide protection against UVA and UVB.
Right, and it's not really necessary, because we have pure physical blocks, which are zinc and titanium oxides, and those will work totally efficiently at broad spectrum UVA and UVB protection. The chemical blocks absorb the damaging rays so that they're not getting into your skin. The chemical itself absorbs it, whereas the physical ones reflect it back. So either one, as long as it's over a 7 or 8% zinc oxide or titanium oxide, that is enough. You don't need the chemical as well. And so for people who have very sensitive skin, or for young children, because everybody over the age of 6 months should be using a sunscreen. Under the age of 6 months, they shouldn't be out in the sun at all. But over the age of 6 months, everyone should be using a daily sunscreen. And it's absolutely fine to use a pure sunscreen, pure physical, which is zinc and titanium, which is not going to be an irritant for the skin.
Think how much better kids are going to look when they're older than we are, just because they know so much more. What did you all bring?
Well, there's a variety of different sunscreens that we carry. Many of them are tinted because it's easier to put on instead of makeup, but it also blends in with whatever skin color you have. It's going to blend. But people who don't want a tinted one, there's others that are available.
So that brand in the black is?
They have both. That's Revision, and we have both a regular sunscreen that's a moisturizer that men love to use too, because no tint, nothing in it, and they can use that every day. Plus, we have the three types of now IntelliShade, one of the most popular
I've used the samples you've given me. I like that
We've got a matte, we've got the original, and now they've got a pure physical, which is just zinc and titanium. Then we have Epion's, which is also a non-tinted and a tinted one. Again, wonderful, wonderful line.
That's right here.
Very broad spectrum. In front, we have Color Science. Now, Color Science has 3 different things really great. Of course, we have the brush, one of our favorite things.
Can I take this
out?
out?
3 of us went, yay!
This is the greatest thing ever.
It is.
You can throw this in your purse. It's a powder.
Right, and just keep it with you all the time. It's an immediate sunscreen. Most of these others you have to put on and wait 10 to 15 minutes before you go out in the sun.
So this
with
is
the
the
powder, it's zinc and titanium oxide. It's a brush, and you can just brush it on.
Even hands. I do it on hands.
When you're driving.
I do whenever I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to be out in the sun. I carry it with me all the time. I have one in my car.
I have it in my purse.
They have a primer that is called Even Up, so it'll help even up your skin tone, but it has great SPF in it. And now they have something for the eyes, which is really kind of neat. And so it's an eye concealer that helps reduce puffiness, reduce dark circles, but it's got SPF in it, and it's a metal tip, so it feels nice and cool.
I was going to say, it
Oh,
feels good.
Deb, you're changing lives here.
So this is very nice.
Oh, wow, that's really light and pretty,
very
too.
Light.
And it's protective.
And then it's protective as well.
We're out of time, so we got to go, but I want to make sure everybody knows that all sunscreens for Skin Cancer Awareness Month here in the month of May are 15% off at Wisconsin Vein Center and MediSpa. You can call or visit. You're in Pewaukee. Otherwise, call for more at 262-746-9088. WIMedispa.com is the website. I love the stuff that you carry. I use it. It's phenomenal. I get it from you, and I feel like it's made a huge difference in my skin.
Big selection, so whatever people like is their brand, they can come in and get it.
And you can help. Thanks, Deb.
Yes, thank you.
Appreciate it.